All right, cool. All right, YouTube. So I got something a little different for us today. We're doing a tutorial. I haven't made one of these type of beats in a little minute, so it may take me a little bit longer than usual. But I'm gonna make a sample type beat, like a Raider Clan, Space Ghost Pert, Young Simmie, um, who else? Xavier Wolf type beat, Suicide Boys type beat, that type of deal. So this is the sample we got right here. I actually just found it in one of my kits over here. I think it's in this Brent Rambo one. It's one of these. I don't know why they associate it with Brent Rambo or anything, but I just found a random one in the kit that I like, so we're gonna run with it. And that's all it is. So we're gonna see if we can work with this one. I'm gonna try it first. I haven't done anything with it, so we'll see if it'll even work. So the first thing you want to kind of know is whatever you're sampling, the best thing to do in these types of beats is to always have like a 4-bar loop sample. It just makes it a lot easier. So you want to kind of find you a sample that you can cut perfectly into 4 bars. This sample was just how it was, and it was like a little more than 3 bars. Wasn't quite 4 yet, right? So this one we're going to end up having to stretch it to make it work for the 4 bars. Now when I stretch it, that could throw it off to where it's not going to be on time, but we'll figure that out and see if we can make it work. And then sometimes you'll get one and it'll be a little too long. It'll be longer than the 4 bars. It could be like 5 or 6 bars. And that could also throw it off on the timing as well, or make it sound a little bit too accelerated, too fast. So this is going to slow the speed down as well by stretching it. So with the first thing to do is you right click over time, and then you want to click 4 bars. Once you got your piece cut out, you want to make sure, let's say it's longer than 4 bars, let's say it's a full song, you want to cut off a part that sounds like it's 4 bars, something that sounds like when it ends and it repeats again, it sounds normal. It sounds like it should do that. You know what I mean? So you don't want it to sound like something that plays and then when it stops and then that it kicks in again on the 4 to 8 bar. So the first 4 bars play, and then on bar 5 through, well, I guess 4 through 8, if it were to sound different, like it didn't sound like it was supposed to loop properly, then you could probably cut it in the wrong spot. It still could work. It still could sound fine. So don't, that's not like a definite answer, you know what I'm saying? But if it sounds right, it sounds good to you, and everything's on beat and everything's on time, continue to use it and you're good, right? So the first thing to do is, if it's longer, you want to cut it down as close to 4 bars as perfectly as possible as you can. That makes it sound like it's a loop. That way when you do this part, it's not stretching it too much, it's not shortening it too much or anything. It's just doing it just enough to make it fit perfectly in the 4 bars. So hopefully this will stretch properly like I need it to. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even a full 3 bars. So it's actually 2 and some change and almost 3 bars. So this particular sample, I may either cut to 2 bars or I may stretch it out to 4 bars depending on which way it sounds. So first we're going to start off with 4 bars. Boom, it stretches it to 4 bars. So now we're about to just play it and see what it sounds like. And so it sounds normal. It sounds slowed down, but it sounds right. But did you notice when I clicked it again and it re-looped, it sounded like it was supposed to actually do that? That's what you want, right? So I haven't done this in a minute, so I may have to kind of freshen up and... All right, yeah, that's it. So this is how I would make these bars. We can delete this one. That was a different one I had. Are these beats, not bars. So I know it's a 4-bar loop, right? So you want to go down to C5, right? And you just want to stretch it out to 4 bars, and then put another one. So this is just so that you can make the beat here in the what is that? The pattern selector thing, the channel rack. So that's going to allow you to make it here. Most people that do samples end up making all of their instruments here. That throws me off, and I can't do it like that. So I make all my beats in the channel rack, right? So we're gonna play the channel rack now. But you hear how the loop, it sounds like it's supposed to loop, and it goes normal. So the next test to see that it's on time and on beat is to throw a snare in there so you don't waste too much time. This is the snare that most people use for, what the heck? I hope it don't do that goofy stuff that it was doing beforehand. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do it. I don't know why. On FL11, what you could do is on FL11, oops, you could add the instruments all into this one here. So like, which I don't understand why I just can't drag and drop and put it in there. That's kind of weird. Let's see here. I do know there's like a way that I do know that I think you can do this. This may work. Let's try throwing it on here. It's not gonna let me do it. It's right there. So let's try this now. Oh shoot. Why is it? I don't understand why it does that. I might have to just mess around and do it the way that I don't want to do it, because I cannot remember how I get them to play in the same channel, because that's what it should be doing. Why is it on a separate one? I don't get that. So if anybody can answer that question for me, let me know, because that drives me crazy. That's why I don't sample as much now either, because normally I could just drag it and drop it and it would be right there, and then we play it off of the thing. But if that's the case, then I'm gonna have to do it on the song mode and do it like this, which is annoying. Let's delete all of these first. And if you guys know shortcuts and everything like that, I don't know, like if you can delete all these at one time, if you know something that you see me doing, but you know there's a faster way, drop it in the comment section. Help me out for sure. So we're gonna go with this, and then you pretty much just put your snare where you normally would put it, right? And yeah, I'm gonna have to probably just build it here. I hate building beats like this. Oh, I don't. Why did it? Okay, now it's doing what I wanted to do. This is what I was looking for it to do with this right here. As long as these snares sound like they're on point, then you're good. And then another tip, sometimes you may have to do this, right? So it sounds like it's on beat, but it could slightly be off. What you would want to do is right click the sample, the new sample that you've tweaked, right? And then it should say detect tempo, and it will tell you the tempo range for that particular beat. So this was at 135.99999, right? So we might just bump it up to 136 and call it even. Just to make it a round off number. Right, so we'll just call it that, because I could tell it's like just a little bit off, and that was the difference of me having it at 130 versus 136. So this should sound like perfectly perfect. Yeah. And now what you want to do, it's all simple sounds. That's kind of the hi-hat they would use. This is what I normally was using back in the day too. I'm tripping. That hi-hat will work. There's one that I might use here. Whose kit is that in? you back, bro. That one's a cool one. This one actually might be the same sounding one. Yeah, it is. Alright, so with these type of beats, you got the sample, we got the clap, or snare in this case. We got the pattern, or the hi-hat. Normally at this point you start adding little perks. So something like that. They always add this in there. Right, so like that. Sometimes I add them here too. I don't like that as much. And then sometimes I would do this too. If you want to give it more fast, like more upbeat bass. Yeah, I think I am going to keep it faster. I think I like the faster one better. Just throw that in there. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I just saw the sound I'm looking for. That's another good one to use. I'll probably use that one, and then they use those sounds a lot too. That might could be useful at some point in time. That might could too, to be honest with you. Remember, like I've always said in all my videos, man, it's all about sound selection. It's all about sound selection. Making sure you pick the right sounds to go with what the vibe you're going for. Alright, so honestly, we really got the basics. There's one more little sound that I'm looking for. I'll just go through this kit because I know for a fact I got it. Where did I put it? I think it's in Bird. I'm gonna just randomly put this part into a beat, and in the B. I'm gonna randomly put that in there somewhere, and then let's use it. Alright, so we got that. Let's move this up. Now you want to throw in a kick. Nothing crazy. These beats are like stupid simple. I remember when I first realized how to make these beats, I was like, man, I was way overthinking this. Like, I couldn't figure out how to do these beats. And these were some of the first beats I learned to make. These are actually really good beats to make in the beginning if you don't know how to make beats, because it doesn't require you to know how to make melodies, know the keys and things like that. You can just sample something, get the basics as far as like, okay, I know how to add the claps, the hi-hats, snares. I know how to use them. I know how to lay the beat out. When I mastered how to make these types of beats, this is how I was able to master how to lay my beats out, because it made it really simple and straightforward for me. And I'll show you what I mean when I get to that point. But so let's go ahead and throw in a kick. Usually I'll turn my velocity all the way up in the kick, and sometimes I even layer them, but I'll do that in a second. Again, just make it really simple. That's all you want, something simple like that, like nothing even crazy. Then we're going to throw in an 808. Which one was I always using? I think it was one of these. I gotta turn that off. Oh wait, not that one. If you ever get an 808 that's like, it sounds like it's just really short, it's because you have this turned on. If you use loop points, what that means is it's only going to last as long as this thing is. So if it's this short, that's how it's just going to be a quick little 808 pattern. So that's how you'll fix that. It's just if you click that, turn that off. And And then what I like to do is this. Because sometimes they'll have the kick playing and the 808 at the same time, but the kick doesn't always play right when the 808 does, so I'll take one out like this. So like I'll probably take this one out. And then once I do that, you'll want to go back over here and just play it without the 808, just to make sure your kick sounds normal, because there's going to be some points in the beat that you'd want to add it just the kick. So like right here, I may want to add something because it sounds a little too heavy. And I might add a kick here because there's no 808 there. And then double it up so it hits a little harder. And then here I might want to add a little bit something extra, so I might do this. That's pretty much it, really, to be honest with you. And then let's say you throw. Oh wait, I don't want to put this here. This is actual FLP. I can't remember where I was saving them actually. Sample for YouTube. What's today's date? 23rd. It's because I got that slash in it. Period. And then, alright, so I pretty much got it all set up how I want it. Like, just a really simple, basic beat, nothing crazy about it, nothing too spectacular, nothing extra. And then let's go ahead and put everything on a mixer track. And this is just a quick, little, easy, simple tutorial just so you can get the concept of how these beats are made. I've always liked beats like this. I kind of wish people would start back making more of them, but I just haven't seen them pop up lately at all. But I also haven't been listening to these artists as much as I used to back in the day. So, but for whatever reason, I always wanted to know how to make these beats, these type of beats. I learned and I made a lot of them. This is a if you guys know, I don't know Jeffrey. I made No Rubbers and what's that other song? Dang, it's that one song. Cause I know Rubbers. That song right there. That's something wild. Y'all got to go hear that. That song's got like over 1 million plays. But when you hear it, it's mind-boggling. I ain't never heard nobody rap about the stuff I don't know Jeffrey rapping about. Check that out. I don't know Jeffrey, called No Rubbers. I don't know Jeffrey, No Rubbers. That's what it's called. I produced it a little while ago. I don't know Jeffrey. Dang, what's that other one called? That's that's kind of a good and bad thing that it's called 6 p.m. 6 p.m. and No Rubbers. If you check those out, I sampled both of those. It's crazy. I've gotten so many placements and so many songs that's over like a million plays or just produced for so many people. I'll forget the names of them, but I'll know the song in my head. I just will forget them. All right, so this is pretty much what we got laid out. I'm not gonna do any mixing or anything spectacular or nothing like that. I'll do a separate video for that. I'm just showing you how to do this this little simple, these simple type of beats. So what you'd want to do is to do from here is obviously mix it, but we're not going to mix it because it's just something quick. So we're going to do split by channel. Just going to put everything over here. You can click on the last one, hold shift, and click on all of these, and then just drag them and drop them here. Then add another one. Boom. Oh, I didn't do nothing to the hi-hats. Let's do something there. And then always lock to the content like this, so it makes it just easier for you to lay out. You won't mess up and get everything like mixed up or anything like that. It'll stay on this particular line. All right, so we're gonna go there. Boom. And we'll just stop like right there for now. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and hop in the hi-hats. Let's try this. I think I'll do that. Again, these beats are like really simple, so like don't try to go too elaborate, don't do too much. Now if you want to and you like it, do that, do your thing, but these beats are like stupid simple. So can you hear the style, like the cadence of these type of beats? So now what I'm going to want to do is the typical intro that everybody was doing with these types of beats was this right here. I know y'all hear it. Like you can tell, like, oh yeah, this is that type of beat. I can tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like you can hear what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, let me add one more other thing. That's it. That's all you need. And then move those. This one shouldn't be here. Oh, maybe that is right. Then we're gonna take out the kick. All right, let me try and think about it. So this, all of this right here is your intro. This is nothing but, oh, wait a minute. I played myself. Hang on. That's why I sound so long. I did play myself. So this is what I want to be the intro, just these 8 bars. Typically these beats are like really short. Sometimes it'll throw me off. Like I forget that this sample is 8 bars. So, or the sample is 4 bars. So like I said, these beats are typically like really short, like 2.5-minute songs, right? So the intro is dumb short. Oh wait, let me add one more thing. Click that and then do this. Another thing I'm gonna throw, lots of times I would do this, have the kick in there after 4 bars. Because these beats are a little bit shorter, I do things more, not frequently, like I do it a little quicker than what I would do it on normal beats. So like if I was making like a actual beat and I was making it, like all the melodies and everything, if I wanted to do something like this to have this kick come in at a different time, I 9 times out of 10 would take this kick out and have this whole entire kick playing. But because these beats are short, you don't want to have something going for too long because these beats are really repetitive as well. So how would I want to do this? And usually the verses are really short, like 16-bar verses. So and then I may want to add this back in, but I don't want it to sound like it's the hook again though. That one sounds weird. That is right. It just sounds off. That's probably where I want to throw this back in. Let me get this verse one more time. what I could do is this, and then have it continue to play, and then I'll have it come back in like that. That might sound a little bit more natural. Then throw this in there like that. Usually they have this always playing. Actually, I'm gonna have like a bridge like this. I feel like this should come in right here. But at the same time, then it makes it sound like that needs to be here. Let's just make, because I think I made some changes. I'm gonna delete this and this, and then we're gonna have the beat go off like this, and that's how it's gonna fade out. I might go ahead and do something to the 808s just so they stick out more. It's hard to tell what the 808s sound like on my end because these headphones aren't the greatest. Well, it's on track 8. So to me, it just sounds like it's kind of like muffled and kind of all mushed together, kind of like, I don't like the way it sounds on my end. I already know how to mix this 808 without having to see it. That's all. I'm gonna just throw that on there. This is the EQ to kind of clean it up. Might put the kicks on there too at the same one so they'll sound a little punchier. Where are the kicks at? I'll just bump it to 8. that's pretty much it. That's pretty much how you make these type of beats. They're really simple, they're really straightforward, they're pretty easy, nothing spectacular about them. But you guys get the idea, the vibe, what I'm going for. This is how you make them. So find you a good sample, use that snare or this other snare. Everybody's gonna know it when they hear it. Well, that was another one they would use. People use that one a lot too. What's that other one though? That one. That's another one. The chop snare, young chop. I don't know if I'm gonna let these play out with it or not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just like do like that. Pretty much it, man. I feel like we've heard it enough. It's pretty straightforward. Again, like I've always said, these beats are very simple. They're very repetitive. So just be careful how you use your instruments and whatnot, how you're going to lay things out. But this is pretty much it. They're really generic, basic beats. Nothing too spectacular, nothing too crazy. They're meant to be short and simple beats, but I think this is a pretty good, solid beat for like a young Simmie, Xavier Wolf, Suicide Boys, like that type of style of Mills, those type of rappers. These beats you're gonna want to definitely send this to a rapper that's like not a mumble rapper. He's gonna spit some bars and say something. You're gonna hear more of the artist's vocals and what he's saying, and pay closer attention to what he's saying on a beat like this because it's so very little to create the beat. It's not a whole lot of different components. So I think this is a pretty good example for you guys. From this, you can actually move forward and start, making other more advanced beats with samples and whatnot. I may actually show that. So I may make some sample beats like how I did Counting Caskets, or Uno use the same, well, it's the same sample, but I pitched it differently and laid it out differently. But it's Counting Caskets, and then dang, what's that Uno song? Booth Pack. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Booth Pack. Wait, is that it? Yeah, I think it's Booth Pack. Let me check that out. You know, activist Booth Pack. I don't know that was it. Is that it? Yeah, it is. That's it. So I use it in Uno Activist Booth Pack, and then the Counting Caskets by Playboy Cardi. I use the same sample, but I did the same kind of style, but I did it differently. I didn't do this type of style like a Raider Clan type of style. I did more of a the SoundCloud rapper type style using samples. So I kind of meshed the two together. So you can do stuff like that. Like this is a good baseline to kind of start off, so you kind of know how to sample, how to kind of put a sample beat together and things of that nature. It's very simple, very straightforward. It's nothing crazy. But you guys, drop some comments in the comment section. Tell me what you like, what you dislike. Tell me what you want to see next. I'm gonna work on some other videos for you guys. So I got a lot coming for you guys. So just be patient with me. Give me some time. And just let me know what you want to see. Continue to follow me on all my social medias. This Milan Makes Beats. If I got it, you'll find me. If you don't, you won't. So yeah, just interact with my content and let me know what you guys think. And that's about it that I got for you guys, man. You guys have a good one. Peace.